Hi, it's Lucy Edson here for Shimmerz Paints, and we're really excited to announce the new release of 11 colors of Shimmerz Pearlz. And I've done a project to share today that I'm going to be doing a little video tutorial on, creating the mixed media background, kind of a blended paint effect. I've made some ATCs and incorporated them into a mixed media piece. And this also is painted with the new pearls and the purple, pop of purple. And this is a mixture of many of the new jewel and earth tones that are coming out with this line. So let's head into the studio and get started. Today I'm going to be sharing a video on using some of the new Shimmerz Pearlz. Stacy's come up with a new line of these, and they are so beautiful. I love the rich colors and jewel tones that she's brought out. And I have created this painted background that I'm going to make a project on that I'll show in a little bit. It reminded me of like a starry night or a night sky, and I just loved how the colors blended. So I'm going to give a tutorial on how to make this paper today. The colors I'm going to be using are from the new Pearlz collection, and the colors I picked were more the deeper earth tones for this project, and the colors I'm using, one quick tip I will give you is I always put a little dot of color from the paint jar onto mine so that I can easily see the color when I have them sitting in the drawer. I can just open it up and see the color right on the top. The colors I'll be using are this Spuds for You, which is a golden brown, Espresso, just a deep chocolate, Emerald Isle, a beautiful emerald with a pearl sheen, Totally, which is a rich olivey brown, and Pop of Purple, which is just a deep, almost black purple. I really love that. And the other colors are really beautiful too, but I just wanted to just use, I don't want to combine too many for this project. The other thing I'm going to be using is some Shimmer Spritz. This is Baby's Breath, just to blend the colors more after I'm finished painting. I've already opened my little jars of paint and stirred these thoroughly. To really get all the pearlescence out of them, you need to open it up, and I use a toothpick or a little stirring stick and just really get in there and stir up all of the gorgeous pearlescence in the bottom. And because it will settle. These are all water-based products, and there will be some settling, of course, non-toxic and non-staining onto your hands, so that's wonderful. So I'm just going to go ahead and open these up, and I'm just going to start with this one, and don't want to waste any, so let's go ahead and just take it off, and just start layering some color. Oh, I am working on a sheet of watercolor paper that I've cut down to an 8.5 by 11. I'm just going to pull the caps off of these. And I'm not going to be stirring with my brush, so I'm just going to use the same brush to dip right in. And the colors blend just fabulously. I just really love that. So I'm just going to start layering in color, and I'm not going to worry too much about anything except just getting it on the canvas right now. And I'm just going to keep working it. I don't think you can really imagine how rich these earth tones are and what a beautiful effect this is going to be. I will do some close-up shots later so you can really see the real effect of it, because the depth in these and the pearlescent sheen is just stunning. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of this off camera, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I did the spritzing. Okay, now I'm going to take I've got all the paint covered in my paper, and I don't have any or very little white showing through. I want to keep that pretty much all covered. I want a solid background. And I'm just going to take my Shimmer Spritz and, just roll it in your hands to get all the iridescence to come up to the top. Like I said, this is Baby's Breath. I'm really just wanting to add some water. And I'm just going to spritz into the top. And the colors are immediately going to start blending together. And it's just going to give a really soft effect. And where some of the little spritz dots are, it's going to just kind of open up and allow me to have some little spots of light. Okay. Now I'm just going to let this set, dry completely, and then I will do a little top coat on it to keep the shine really heavy. Okay, I've taken my sheet of paper that I painted, my watercolor paper, And I have put a little sealer over this with a satin finish just to add, make it stay with a wet finish. And I just used just an acrylic sealer for that. You don't have to seal this product at all, but I wanted it to maintain like a wet look where it has more depth. So that's why I did that. Just follow the directions for that product. I would always go outside to do that because the fumes are pretty bad. What I'm trying to work on is building some ATCs that I'm going to make little collages for a project. And to start that, this is one I've already worked on. I'm going to take my my paper and I've cut it down to 2.5 by 3.5, which is the size of an ATC. And I've got some rub-ons that I've cut, doily rub-ons. I'll just kind of cut them into in half or in pieces because I don't want the whole thing. I want to kind of have these hanging off the side. And I'm just going to position it on my card and just apply that. I have a rub-on tool, and you can use a popsicle stick for this. These are some rub-ons from Hambly, and they're doily rub-ons. Okay, so that's on, very quick and easy. Then I wanted to add a little bit of texture, and I have, this is called Texture Magic. It's a dimensional paint. You also could use modeling paste, and you could mix it with a little bit of color. This is one that I like it because it already has the color in it, and this one is called Fern Green. So I'm just going to take a piece of, this is sequin waste mesh. You could also use drywall mesh, something like that. And I'm just going to use an old credit card and pick some of this up and just add some paste just to build a little texture and dimension onto my card. So then you can see when I lift this up, I'm left with the really cute little squares. I'll just clean the edge off. So I'm going to let this sit and dry, and then when I'm finished I'll have some little ATC cards that look like this. So I've worked on a little collection. And just a kind of idea of how I put something together like this, I'm going to make these just like little display pieces. And I've got an old dictionary page that I'm going to use and put this on here. I'm going to go ahead and make some kind of flower, some type of embellishment, so I'll come back and show that in just a minute. I just wanted to add a little extra sparkle to my background, so I've opened up a pixie dust blings, and just to add a really nice sheen. And this is a real beautiful iridescent blings. I stirred this up first before I started using my brush on it. I'm just going to do a really light coat, and I don't know if you can see the sparkle that it gives, but it is just gorgeous. And I'm just going to really quickly coat that, then leave that to dry, and then I'll finish assembling my piece. I kind of like to always try to share a little bit of my creative process, and this piece I just wanted to build some more layers under it, and I had this old piece of wallpaper which I really liked, and I want to bring out more purple because I've got the pinks and the purple, and I had a piece of wire mesh that I'm going to layer in. So I'm going to take this strip of wallpaper and just use some more of the pearls on it, and again I'm with the pop of purple. I've already stirred this up, and I'm just going to add some more purple. And I think with this texture on the wallpaper, it's really going to pick up the color beautifully. So just to add a little more color and to coordinate better, I'm just going to keep using this. I don't think it's going to absorb into the background, but it will really, really pick up on these flocked areas. So I think this is going to be really nice. And after this is dry, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and stitch it together just to add another layer of texture. When you're building mixed media pieces, that's the main thing I'm always trying to do, is just build more and more layers of texture and just more interest, because the more that there is to look at, the more interesting your piece will be. Of course, still keeping it simple with this piece, but simple is better a lot of times. I'm going to let this dry, then take a little bit of stitching on this, then I'll show you some finished pictures.